Welcome to another episode of Searching for McGuffin with your host, George.
Gabe.
And Link.
Is there anything you want to say?
We're back?
We're back.
But not really?
Yeah, because we were back last week.
We were here last week, kind of, sort of.
Sort of, in
time
a way.
travel.
Yeah, that's right.
But it feels good to be back. I feel like I've been time traveling for quite a while now.
Mm-hmm. Kind of in the world between worlds.
Like
Yeah.
a Doctor Who. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, yeah.
Sure.
I've never seen that shit.
He does.
Me neither, but I know he time travels.
He does?
Well, he interdimensionally travels, so sometimes that has to do with time. But
It's like Multiverse of Madness.
sure, yeah. Well, except that they actually go to interesting places and do things that are important.
It does feel good to be back. I know I was here last week, right?
So was I.
But
not in real time. So
yeah, just a lot of traveling, a lot of
through the illusion of movie making, you've been able to be on the show.
on the editing floor.
Yeah, while not actually physically have been here for weeks at a time.
Yeah, and then I guess the first thing, well, I mean, I guess I have to say it. Happy May 4th.
Oh,
When
may
this comes out, it'll
May
be
the
the
4th
9th.
be with you.
Happy
Oh yeah,
May
full
4th.
disclosure. This is our May the 4th episode, but it's not coming out on May the 4th. We're recording it on May the 4th. So a little behind the curtain, you know what day it is that we recorded this episode.
Yeah, so my week has just been hijacked by Star Wars this whole week, and I didn't plan it. I completely forgot it was May 4th this week.
I completely forgot there was a Star Wars.
But I had left only. I had left on a cruise, and then I came back. When I came back, I had left to a wedding in like Kansas. It was random.
Who gets married in Kansas?
People that live in
People,
Kansas.
yeah, I was just like
Who
that was
lives
kinda,
in Kansas?
Yeah, I don't think we're just supposed to out people's personal lives right now.
Why do you guys live in Kansas? Explain that to me.
The Wizard of Oz, big Wizard of Oz fans.
Ted Lasso's from Kansas.
Superman's from Kansas.
Yeah.
We're just naming a bunch of awesome people.
Did you visit some of those awesome people?
Kansas is pretty good. Also, barbecue. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Hey, what are you talking about? Paul Rudd is from Kansas.
That is true.
Oh, wow. That is the weirdest.
No, he's from Missouri.
Look it up.
No, he's from Kansas.
Uh-huh. Also, that's
He's from Kansas.
But there's a Kansas, Missouri, though.
Yeah, the
No,
Kansas
Kansas
City.
City.
So Kansas City is split down the half between Missouri and Kansas, which actually blew my mind because I kept asking my Uber driver, "Where am I? Am I in Kansas or am I in Missouri?" And he just said Kansas. But then I passed a sign that says "Now entering Missouri," and I'm like, "You're a liar."
Wait, but if he told you were in Kansas and then you passed the sign, you're entering Missouri, why would that make him a liar?
Well, because I asked
Clearly
him,
you weren't in Missouri when you
because I
asked
asked
him.
him again.
After the sign.
Yeah, I maybe didn't think I noticed, or I don't know what was going on, but that sign said I don't know. It was
The
weird.
taxes are higher in Kansas, that's why.
It was weird. Anyways, coming back, I realized that I had one thing to do, and that was play Jedi Survivor.
Ooh, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, The Seeker, what did I just say?
The
Seeker.
Seeker of Fallen Order.
The
Yes.
Seeker or Fallen Eater.
My favorite game. Star Wars Jedi. What is it? Star Wars : Jedi : Fallen Order?
Fallen.
Yeah.
No,
What do you mean no?
that's wow. So many colons.
Yeah.
We should check for colon cancer.
Because it has
Colonoscopy.
multiple colons?
Yeah.
Okay.
How long did it take you to beat that game, by the way?
3.5 years.
Why?
1,260
We're really
days,
going to get into it right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
42 months.
Okay. Yes, 3 times and half a time. That's how long it took me to beat. Well, let's just say I bought an Xbox One X so that I could play Fallen Order. It
Mhm.
came bundled. I was so excited. This was what, 3 Christmases ago or so?
Hmm.
And I played the heck out of it for like, I don't know, I want to say weeks probably. I don't know, it was a long time ago. It was pre-pandemic, right? So
I think it was around that time.
it was like right before, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got stuck in a Jedi temple doing some lackluster, I don't know, puzzles, like some wannabe Breath of the Wild style, trying to escape the Jedi temple. And I got so dizzy, like just encircling this temple that I kind of just quit the game. I didn't like rage quit the game. I just kind of like, there's other things to play. And then 3 years and change
Whole
of my life.
pandemic.
Yeah, just passed by, and then they announced Jedi Survivor, and I was like, I should probably get to beating that first one.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one came out, and I did it. I stuck. Well, ironically, what made me beat this game was Guardians of the Galaxy,
Why?
which is what we're gonna watch tonight, actually.
Crazy.
But
Full
they-
circle.
So I heard about this Guardians of the Galaxy game that came out shortly thereafter, right? And everybody's like, "Oh, the game's so good! The game's so good!" I never played it. Fast forward, it gets on Game Pass the next year or later that year. Oh, cool! It's on Game Pass. I can play whenever I want. 2 years pass, I don't play it. Now it's leaving Game Pass, and I said, "I'm not buying this game. I'm gonna beat that Guardian. I'm gonna play that Guardians game and see if I like it." So it left in March last month from Game Pass, and I was like, "Let me play it," and I fell in love with it right away. And realized that I had like a week left. So I was during spring break. I spent the entire spring break just beating. I put like 20 hours into it. And I beat the Guardians game in one sitting. And that's the game that after I did it, and I beat it like at like.
You didn't get up from the chair?
I basically did it. Like I got up to like have meals and like.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, like I went to the gym once or twice maybe. And, I cleaned the house. But other than that, I literally just stayed at home. My wife was very patient. She let me dedicate 20 hours over the course of like 5 or 6 days. I beat this game, and I beat it at midnight the day it was leaving Game Pass. Apparently, I had to 3 o'clock in the morning, but I didn't know that. So I was to the wire.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and I beat it like at 11:59.
Does the game just shut off?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I thought it would just shut off on me, but apparently there was still a couple hours left. So I could have played it till 3 in the morning, but I beat it right before midnight the day it left. And I felt so accomplished that I was like, you know what? I could go back and beat Jedi Fallen Order. If only I can figure out where in the temple I am. But once I got over that, I dedicated the last couple of weeks to fall little by little, not all in one sitting, but I got like 48 hours total between the 3 years that it took me to beat Fallen Order. Is that what I said? 48? No, it was 24. Yeah. But I don't know what it was. It was 1 day and
48 hours.
14 hours. Yeah, whatever.
2 days.
So did you 100% it?
No, I just beat the 17-hour story.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. But anyways, long story short, or long story long, I beat Fallen Order. And I didn't love it. I think the story and the characters are great. And we're going to talk about it, especially when we get to the part where you guys are going to tell me about Star Wars Survivor, which you guys have both started. I think you're a little further ahead.
I think I'm on the final boss.
Really? So
Is a final boss down?
I think. If there's another boss, this game has really thrown me for a loop.
well, that happened to me in the first game where I thought the final boss was the final boss, and then
the scarier part came out.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, we won't. Is it okay to spoil?
It's okay to spoil. There's a
Spoiler
whole
for
movie.
Fallen Order.
Yeah, for the finale, which I got spoiled moments before I got there
That's
in the
funny.
game after 3 years. After you fight the main antagonist in
Trilla.
Trilla. That's a spoiler.
She's the
itself,
main
but-
antagonist.
in that game, yeah,
We literally said spoilers.
yeah, that's fair.
I thought the other guy was. I guess he's not the main antagonist.
Vader?
No. The guy in Dathomir.
That guy only shows up
We
like
ain't Dathomir.
if you play it in order like I did. He only shows up for like the last like hour of the game. But I guess if you set him up like as the second planet you visit, then I guess he's just there.
I guess that's true.
Yeah. Because you can go play this out of order, and apparently they all went to go get their.
Out of Fallen Order.
Apparently they went to go get their dual lightsaber like right away.
Yeah, dude. I was like, Dathomir's open? Sick. Let me go check this out. I go, get on the workbench, work on my lightsaber to change the color, and then I turn it on, and then all of a sudden, the other side turns on, and I'm like, I freaked out. That was honestly one of the most surprised moments I ever had in my life, and I freaked out.
How many hours into the game were you?
It was so freaking cool. I don't know. I think I just beat the first like 2 planets.
Yeah.
Are you dying as you?
I think I'm getting him sick.
And
From-
so that
There you go.
that
You
That-
progressively got worse as
that
you were
experience-
talking.
He got choked up. It was so
It
emotional.
was so emotional.
He was like, I went to the planet.
I couldn't remember Dathomir, the double-bladed lightsaber shot. Dude, it was
the other
crazy.
side came out.
How was your experience with Fallen Order?
Oh, I loved it. I thought it was so much fun.
What did you love about it?
I personally, I know you didn't like it, but this part.
That's
but
not, that's not fair. I said I didn't love it.
I said
I do
know,
like it. I
no,
do
I
like
said,
it.
I said I know you didn't like this part.
Oh, okay.
But I enjoyed the map. I enjoyed the levels.
Yeah, I definitely did enjoy that.
I'm like, oh, this is so much fun.
You enjoy stopping the game to read the map?
It's part of the. You got to do that.
I think that
you
I think
got
that
to
is
do
a
that in
part of
every
it.
game, though. I did it in Pokemon. I stopped the game to go to the menu to go find the.
Do you want like a waypoint pointing you where to go?
You have a waypoint, and it's a three. I hate the 3-dimensional map because the waypoint is like, first of all, a billion miles away, and there's empty space between it. So there's no like, okay, I get it. It's north, but like, you don't have the full level unmapped. And it's like, is it on the first floor or the third floor? It's very hard to tell sometimes where. You just kind of have a direction to run to, and it's not always like super obvious how to get there. At least for me. Maybe I'm dumb. No, positive self-talk. Maybe I'm not good with 3-dimensional maps, but like with Pokemon and Zelda, it's different. Those maps, I don't have any problem with them, but this map was weird. I don't know.
But you pause the game to go to those maps.
But it's an action. Yeah, but those games aren't action games. Like you spend a lot of time.
Not an action game.
I don't think Zelda's. I think Zelda's more of a. It's like a hybrid. It's like an action RPG ish.
And that's not what Fallen Order is.
I don't feel like it is. I don't feel like you. I get it that you have a skill tree, just like Arkham, you have a skill tree too. Do I think those games are RPGs? They have elements, but for the most part, it's just run and gun, fight, and your unlocks come, at least for me, very sparingly. Like it takes a while to unlock enough points to get one new force power. That's kind of just like I push now, and now I pull you in. You know what I mean? Like it's still just more action. You know.
I don't know. You described Zelda. You described Breath of the Wild.
No, because there's a lot more fighting. You're not. I don't think you're constantly fighting people in Zelda.
Breath of the Wild, yeah.
I mean, I'm running a lot because it's open wild.
I also think it's the way that both you guys play. Who
How do you play then?
The Force?
Who's talking? It's your conscience.
I'm not sure if we're recording that voice, so maybe.
Maybe you'll.
We
heard
so
it.
I'm crazy.
Yeah,
So I'm
all of us are
crazy on this
I don't know what
episode.
you're talking about, Gabe. I didn't hear anything.
That is crazy. I'm hearing voices.
Okay. So yes. So Zelda, it depends on how you play. But because it's open, you have that choice. In Star Wars, you don't have that choice because the levels are so linear. It's like corridors. You have to fight all the stormtroopers, no? Like you have to go through all of them. There's an endless legion of like goblins in Breath of the Wild and animals and whatever, right? And you have to choose how much you fight them. Here, you've just got corridors and you have to get through all the stormtroopers. So you can't just like.
But even in the levels, though, in the.
You really?
Yeah.
Like if I'm tired and I don't want to fight you, I just run through them.
For the first time? I mean, I understand when you respawn, when you heal, and then they spawn again.
I kill them all so I can get my force
Boom,
points.
no, when I'm still weak, when I'm strong, and
There's not enough enemies too that you kind of have to kill them all if you want to level up, because it's not like there's like a ton of stormtroopers. They all congregate in like certain points. But
get ready for Survivor, because Survivor is Fallen Order just like on steroids.
I've heard that, and I'm ready for Fallen Order on steroids. That's what I want.
I think you do. I think you do get a little bit more freedom in Survivor,
So far, you do.
and I think the game's awesome, man. Like it's just so much fun to play.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Like it's like those stories you played like of the Jedi as like a kid. It's literally
Yeah.
just like that, but like you're playing it on a video game, and it's so freaking cool.
Well, as a kid, my Jedi, I didn't have any cartoons. I only had the original trilogy, so none of my Jedis were OP. So my Jedis would just throw rocks at people.
Oh no, my Jedis were OP, and I didn't have I didn't watch.
Oh,
Clone Wars
okay.
at the
You
time.
just went Super Saiyan Jedi.
Mine were just like.
Oh yeah, definitely not me. So more grounded, more realistic Jedi. But it was the 80s and 90s. So
Oh, that's not true. Actually, I had the freaking prequels, so I guess that's what.
yes, you did have the prequels. That's right. They could run super fast.
Yeah,
They could jump.
double jump.
Exactly.
No, but honestly, so far in Survivor, I think I've mentioned this a couple of times. It's like you just get abilities and you get to do things in the way that you look and the way that it feels. Is that you feel like this like Jedi, Batman, Indiana Jones,
Mario.
Mario.
I'm sorry. Wow, how Mario?
You jump from wall to wall. Boom, 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 like Mario does.
he's not the only guy who does that. Like, it's not a hallmark of
Assassin's Creed.
No, but it's exactly the way Mario
Spider-Man.
does it though.
Mario.
Because you know how he slides down is that's the same thing that he
That
does.
just reminds me of
Space
It Takes
Cowboy.
Two.
What is that? Is that a show?
No, it's a game. It Takes Two. You never seen
sound
it?
familiar?
It's a great game.
Hmm.
It Takes Two. Anyways, so
I love Survivor. It's great so far.
I'm
I'm
enjoying
gonna
it.
finish
Yeah.
it
the show on that reality competition on CBS.
on Paramount.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on Paramount now, but yeah.
No, on CBS. Yeah, CBS Network. Yeah, Paramount app, Paramount Plus app.
Showtime, Paramount.
Not the Paramount Network.
I heard it cost 1.8 billion or something like that to merge Showtime and the Paramount Plus
Why?
app. I don't know.
Showtime has like 2-3 great shows.
Maybe it's just all the like deals that they have. They have to like cancel or pay out or whatever.
Mhm.
Merge.
Oh, I forget. No, no, all of that. That whole money was for all that money was for Halo.
That's right.
They're transferring it over. No, so far Survivor's great. I'm excited to do the little missions on the side, which I feel like this game seems like they thought more beyond the main like just finishing the main story. Like
Okay.
there will be more to do.
More end game after.
Yeah, there'll be more to do aside from the main play. Because when I get a new game, it's like I don't really care about the side quests. I just like just going straight to the main quest, the main plot,
Yeah.
and getting that done, and then I'll do the little side stuff.
I also found the ending of Fallen Order annoying because I hate when games does this. I know it's a trope and I know tons of great games do it. So, but when you beat the final boss and then in order to continue playing, it rewinds you before that final battle. And it's like you can go and explore the whole world before the final battle happened.
Hmm?
Like if you want to keep playing and that's safe, not start a new game plus, but if you want to keep
Like it's over.
You beat the final boss. They just like they lock away the Inquisitorius, like the castle Inquisitorius. Is that what it is?
the fortress.
Yeah, the fortress Inquisitorius. And it's like, okay, go explore the rest of the world. It's like if the final battle didn't happen. So the story just still pretending like you're about to go. And like I don't like that.
Find out what happens at this one. But this one also, nah. No
The
spoilers.
glitches too. I hated the
No
glitches.
spoilers. There was a lot of glitches.
There was a lot. You admit that there's a
Yeah,
lot of
there was
glitches,
a lot of
and not on this one, right? This one's polished.
For the most part, there's been like 2 or 3 things that I've noticed that I think they'll patch, but
Yeah, it's still early,
it's
so
it's not really significant.
I know they started patching stuff already.
Yeah, there's like
yeah.
a 7 gigabyte update already.
Yeah. Well, because the game is huge. Like
100 and something.
it's crazy. Also, it's beautiful though. I'm playing it on my new TV on my PS5. This is like my first like real experience with like next gen gaming because it's like the TV that I had or the monitor that I had like it was mainly like for performance.
Yeah,
Instead of like quality. And now like looking at it like full resolution, how it's supposed to, oh my goodness, it's beautiful. Like I've been stuck in my room for days just playing this and like
that's awesome.
time flies by and I haven't had like an experience like that gaming like that in a long time. Like since the pandemic probably.
I had it with Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well, with Elden Ring I played on PC and that was the fun like gaming. But as far as like being able to enjoy the quality of how it's made and how everything looks and it's plus it's Star Wars, bro.
yeah.
And I think there's just a lot of
That
cool
goes a
things.
far way.
Yeah,
too.
no, like honestly, you can have a mediocre game, but you put Star Wars on it, it's gonna be awesome.
Okay, so for example, and that's how I feel about Fallen Order. Like, it's not a mediocre game. It's like an above average game. It's a good game. You know what I mean? But it's not, for me, it wasn't a great game. It's a great experience because it's Star Wars, you know? But I like to look at things objectively. So is it going to be my favorite game? No, even though Star Wars is my favorite thing, because there's hurdle. If this was another game, I would be a lot less forgiving of some of the level design, some of the, like you say, game-breaking bugs even at times. But with that being said, it was great. It's. I think I said it after I was done with it. I texted you. I was like, this is one of the best Star Wars TV series I've ever seen. Like,
and that's what it does feel like. I think I don't know if like you guys feel the same way, but a lot of these big games feel like they're also like it's like half like TV show, half movie. This Survivor feels like a movie.
It does, yeah.
When I'm playing, because like they do like you're playing and then they do like a cutscene. That goes to like
they do the screen swipe.
Yeah, they do the screen swipe and stuff like that. And I think it's cool. I think I enjoy it, and to me, it's like I'm just hoping that they integrate, Cal's story into like, the universe that we see.
Yeah.
Along with,
Yeah, that's what we're waiting for.
going into maybe characters we see like in Mando. And I know we just finished up Mando season 3.
Yes.
So I think we'll get talking to that in a second. Any final thoughts on Survivor?
No, man. So far I'm enjoying it. I want to keep on playing. Been busy, but want to get through.
Any questions?
Yeah. Should I get on this right now? Tears of the Kingdom, Legend of Zelda.
No, don't get on it right now. Tears of the Kingdom's next week.
Comes out in a couple of days.
Yeah, why would you do that? You wouldn't.
Yeah,
you wouldn't.
I'm not gonna have the time.
He's the big.
I'm not having time right now.
Both of you guys play. Like both of you guys are like big into Zelda, and I play. I haven't even beaten Breath of the Wild yet, but
what?
Yeah, I barely touched my Switch. That's what I'm saying. I haven't really gamed.
Breath of the Wild is the game.
I haven't really gamed.
Okay. I'm gonna lay out this gauntlet. I know you're busy and you have other stuff, and it might take you a while. You need to do as soon as you're done with the Star Wars game. You need to do with Breath of the Wild for Tears of the Kingdom what I did with Fallen Order for Jedi Survivor. Does that make sense? It doesn't mean you're gonna play Tears of the Kingdom right away, but you should prioritize beating Breath of the Wild so you're ready to do Tears of the Kingdom at some point. That's where I am. I wanted to get Fallen Order out of the way before Survivor because I don't want 2 games in that series to be backed up on. So I'm ready for Survivor whenever I get to it. But I think you should prioritize Breath of the Wild whenever it is that you have the time for your next game after Survivor. What are your thoughts?
I should say skip
in theory,
Breath of the Wild.
But he's already in it.
I'm a good ways in it.
No,
I'm gonna finish it. But I do have Hogwarts to finish too.
Oh, you are playing that. That is true. Well, but Hogwarts is a long game. Like you can take your time on Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah, and I've gotten pretty far in it. So.
Yeah. So, like I said, whenever you're free of what you're doing now, you should prioritize just finishing that game. Because one of the best games. Why do you say skip it, Link?
I should skip and go to the next one.
Nah, man. Not for this. This is one of the best games of all time, man.
That's too.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's bad advice, but that's bad advice.
Yeah, I would skip it.
Yeah, that's crazy. This isn't a Pokemon game.
I just go straight
Link.
to.
All right, this is the Legend of Zelda.
Kingdom.
Nah, don't do that, man.
I probably won't.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
But yeah, Jedi Survivor, fantastic. Check it out. Beat Fallen
And the
Order
reason
first.
why I say you should skip it is because if he doesn't skip it, he'll never play Tears of the Kingdom.
That's not true. I'm telling him to do what I did.
Okay.
That I knew that if I
How
didn't,
long did it take you to beat Fallen Order?
I think I put in another 20 hours or so.
Initially, he's in school though. That's why he's in school too.
No, yeah. I said, I'm not saying do it tomorrow. I'm saying
for years. You might do it
it's
a while.
not gonna take them years. Get out of here, man.
No. I think maybe. Do you have summer breaks? I don't know how your breaks work.
My breaks are just 2 weeks.
Yeah, he can do it.
But
Listen,
that's Danny.
you're responding to a voice that nobody can hear. Don't.
Oh, no one can hear Danny. In
No,
our heads?
we established that.
Oh, okay.
So
It's
you can
crazy.
beat it. You can beat it in chunks. Okay, like we're going way off topic, but really quick, like about how far do you think? How many hours you got into it? Am I the only neurotic person who
10 maybe?
10? Okay, so the whole game's like 30. You can do it, man. You can do it, even if it takes your next break.
Fun.
Yeah. Just whatever you do, don't start Tears of the Kingdom without beating Breath of the Wild. I think that would be a great disservice. And I think, you know what? I think Link will agree with me once we play Tears of the Kingdom.
No, yeah.
Because once you see Tears, I have a feeling it's going to be so intrinsically tied. Like, you would never say, Gabe, right? Skip Fallen Order, just never finish it and start playing Survivor. It wouldn't make sense. Yeah. This Tears of the Kingdom was a direct sequel. You need to play one of the greatest games of all time. Anyways, so you were saying, back to final thought. Oh, any questions about Survivor? Well, I mean, I've read up on it. The backtracking was very annoying to me in Fallen Order, and I heard there's fast travel now.
There's fast travel and there's a lot more shortcuts so you don't have to go through everything.
Okay, so that's good because it was like run to this temple 750 miles away and now run back to your ship and fight all the same people you already fought.
Yeah, no. You get there quick. You just gotta find like those meditation spots and just.
Awesome. You know what would have been amazing, by the way? A game like Shadow of Mordor for Star Wars.
Well, here's to hoping they do that one day.
Imagine like the troopers also, like they kill you and then they go up in rank and then they become like squad leaders. And...
Well, they don't have something like that, but they do have something like if someone kills you,
yeah,
that's like he
I get
becomes
stuck.
like your foe, and it's like find this guy when you're gonna go fight again. Find him, and then like you get like XP and you get your health back and you get your focus.
I feel like
you,
they had that in the first game.
did they?
Yeah. It was just
Well,
like,
yeah. Wait, you just played it, so
yeah, I had it, I needed it like explained to me because usually you just like respawn and then just kill that guy anyways. But apparently,
they
if
did in
you-
the first one.
yeah, I think so.
I don't remember that. Game.
Yeah, yeah. And it's been a while, right? 3 years. So you mentioned Mando, season 3.
Yeah, we just finished Mando season 3, and wow. Any thoughts?
I did not love it.
I enjoyed it a lot. I thought it was great.
Better than season 2?
No, not better than season 2.
I thought it was really good. If I thought Jedi Fallen Order was good, I think Mando season 3 was really good.
I feel like Mando season 3 was just like this. Filoni just got to do like more Clone Wars in live action.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, you know what? And that's kind of the beautiful part. At the end, when there's, and I'm like putting the cart before the horse, but when there's just so many Mandalorians flying into battle, I'm like, this was impossible. Like
Yeah,
5 years ago, even, you know, it was, I shed a tear for George Lucas because he wanted $10 million per episode, and they laughed at him and they said they would never be a Star Wars show, and here we are, ladies and gentlemen.
Suckers. No, I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought it was just super cool, and I think I made this like distinction. I think Andor is the best Star Wars TV show.
Yeah.
But Mando's the coolest one.
But
bro.
I think there's an episode, the Dr. Pershing episode. What episode is that? Do you know?
like 5 or something.
Okay. I think it's earlier than that.
Earlier?
Huh?
4 maybe.
So that episode is basically like an episode of Andor. And
Yeah.
I loved that episode. And then I just kind of felt like it didn't really go anywhere, at least this season, you know?
Even
I thought it was leading to something now.
Because even then you don't, because that episode is called, no wait. Yeah, it doesn't lead to anything at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't even know. Here's my complaint about the show.
it's 3.
You don't really know, at the moment, you don't really know what you don't understand the titles.
Yeah. And we look too far into it.
Yeah.
We think it's deeper than it is, and then it doesn't really.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like the spy.
The spies.
Who are the spies?
I didn't even notice that was the title, and everyone was like, "There's spies, and I'm like, "What are you guys talking about?" And they're like, "Oh, it's the what is it? The armor." And
Yeah.
I'm like, "Huh?"
And you know how they don't give you the title of the episode on the dashboard? It just goes chapter 1, chapter 52. It makes you feel like, oh, it's because the titles are important, but it turns out that they're not really that important, because I thought the finale would expose who the spies were, and it's not even I don't think they even thought about it when they named it.
I feel like the spies are just
Who are the spies?
I think the spies are the people that were there on Mandalore. No,
No, because they're on the side of the Mandalorians by the end of it. The only spies are Kane, the agent from the Dr. Pershing episode, who she reports to.
yeah. What happened to her?
No.
Yeah, exactly. She just reports to the main bad guy. What's his name? I'm doing that thing where
Gustavo Fring.
yes, he reports to Gustavo. She reports to Gustavo Fring, and that's it. She's a spy. I don't know if that means that he's also a spy.
Maybe she's gender neutral.
The Shadow Collective. I don't think that's how
Spies.
plurality works. I don't think
She's
that's.
the spies. She's they.
I don't
them.
even think gender neutral is the right term.
She's they
by
them.
the way,
Oh, I don't know. I'm sorry.
That's-
She's they them.
They them.
And that's why it's spies.
I still think that they're not plural. That's not how that works.
Yeah.
Anyways, too much thought was put into a lot of analysis of the season. I really tried not to hype up stuff for myself, but I think I fell for my own hype for this season, and it didn't let me. I have a friend. We have a shared friend, Link, at work, who's really into the series, and it was like a roller coaster of emotions for him. And he was like, "Oh, I thought they were gonna do this, and I thought they were gonna do that," and I just kind of have to be like, "Don't think what they're gonna do. Just
Enjoy.
just enjoy. Just experience
Yeah.
the story. Don't try to guess where it's going." But I think with Star Wars, it's kind of hard, especially because they seed so much stuff, and it didn't pay off in the finale. I thought the finale was gonna be bigger.
Yeah.
I did too.
The second last episode was the finale for me.
Yeah, the second and last episode I think was the strongest.
I think it was the strongest.
Longest.
I think it
I
was
think they spent all the money.
I think it might have been the second best Mando episode in the whole series.
Why would you say that?
Because it was awesome. The second to last episode.
Yeah, what was awesome about it?
What happens in that one?
Everything. They meet
That's
the
kind
new
of what I'm
people.
asking.
Yeah, they meet those new people.
They get back. They get to Mandalore.
Oh,
yeah,
the
they get to
spies?
Mandalore.
Yeah.
They meet the new people.
Yeah, it's the episode, The Spies.
They all start fighting against
Gideon, Moff Gideon.
Moff Gideon's
Army?
commando
Yeah.
troopers. Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
I thought,
Yeah.
I just
Which
thought
makes
that was the best one in my.
It's
that
all
was
getting closer to like
sequels.
kind of, but
Yeah,
also like the stuff
yeah.
like you see like in Jedi Fallen Order or Survivor.
Yes.
It's like it's all like I feel like we're
It's-
going somewhere.
we're-
We're tying something. We're tying like they're weaving the basket and they're going somewhere in a direction.
But that's what I'm worried about. I'm worried that they're loose threads. And I don't know if it's going to end up in a basket or in just a bunch of straw because the cloning was such like an important part of this season's plot. And then they kind of just did away with it in the finale. I believe that they'll come back to it and that it's bigger than what we saw. But they put a nice little ribbon on it or pretended to. You know what I mean? And then I'm watching Bad Batch, which neither of you guys have watched,
No, I'm
right?
gonna start it.
Okay, so that'll be my contribution here, having not played Survivor. Bad Batch follows a very similar theme about cloning. And it's all and like cloning the Emperor even. The Emperor's experimenting with cloning himself and using Force lightning. And I'm like, this is gonna tie into the end of Mandalorian. Oh, they released these together for a reason. There's nothing.
I hope one day that they do that though. I feel like I've always just been expecting that to happen and it never does. But one day.
Yeah. And Bad Batch suffers from the same thing where it's like, this episode is amazing. And then the next week is, this is just an episode of a kid's cartoon,
Filler.
serialized. Yeah. And then this episode is amazing. Finally, we're picking up. And then it's another filler episode. Like, that was Bad Batch, like, week in and week out this season.
How many episodes?
I don't know. You have to look it up.
16 maybe?
It is a lot. It is a lot. Like, it is more than The Mandalorian or Andor. Yeah, it's almost a full season, I think.
But yeah, I mean spoilers obviously for Mando season 3, but Din Grogu?
Din Grogu, baby, you got adopted.
That's right. Which I didn't get that because why is
What's
Din?
his first name?
Yeah, Din should be his first name. Everyone else is their house Vizsla, their house
I didn't get
Ren,
that either, but
right? Everyone, all the other Mandalorians, Fett, right? It doesn't matter. And if you say Fett is outside or whatever, at least all the houses are from their last name. Why is he not?
maybe it's a different sect. Maybe they do it
Yeah, because
differently.
they're so different compared to everyone else.
No, wait, no, but Vizsla's in this clan
I mean,
though.
whatever. It sounds better than
He didn't change his name to
Jarn-
Vizsla.
It sounds better than Jarn Grogu. So
Yeah, I guess. No, it would be Grogan Dijon.
Grogu Dijon Mustard.
Yes, that's it.
Dijon Mustard.
Hmm.
What are you gonna keep talking about?
No, you were gonna keep talking
Oh,
about.
I'm trying to think of what else is. I don't know, man. It was just super cool, man.
Yeah, it's awesome. Show's awesome. It's great. If you haven't seen it,
Bo-Katan's awesome.
you know what the other thing is? You know what the expectation is so high? How much time passes between these seasons? The fact that Mando season 2 was like 2 years ago. I expect the greatest thing of all time every time. And eventually, it doesn't matter how great of a writer you are, which you are, Filoni, or how great of a producer, director, or also writer, Jon Favreau. Eventually, everything you do cannot be the greatest thing ever. And I think that's just where we are at. There's some choices that I would have done differently, some that I would have never thought of. And it's just going to be a mixed bag. But yeah, overall, I think the series is great and it's amazing.
Praetorian Guard is sick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so Mando's a better fighter than Rey
And
Kylo.
Kylo? Well, they fought how many? Like 6?
Yeah, he fought 4.
They fought 3.
But
He fought 3,
with the help of a
and they
Force
fought
user.
6. So
Oh, well, also, it's true. He had Grogu. I also thought Grogu was going to do a bigger force gesture. Like, he kind of just pushes them around in the final fight, and it was shorter than I expected.
I mean, yeah, he just wasn't offensive. He was defense only.
Oh, I thought he didn't like say epitaphs.
I did
Not
enjoy.
yet. He can't speak yet.
Oh.
But he's learning.
I did enjoy that they put him in the IG droid because I thought I love Grogu, but he's kind of broken. You really can't do much with him, right? The whole him not being able to like, I just thought putting him in the IG droid was the best thing you could do to him.
Yes. Yes.
And then they
because
got
you can
rid
make
of
him,
it.
you can make him walk. He can actually contribute to something, right?
Yes.
But then,
I didn't do that on purpose.
But then, yeah, they got
Yes.
rid of it, and now it's like, okay, it seems like the next time we get season 4 of Mando is going to be a time jump. So hopefully he's old enough to
Speak.
walk properly. You get me? Not have to be carried around the whole time
Man,
and contribute more than.
when he got cornered by the Praetorian Guard, I was really hoping like he just kept that lightsaber
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for.
and
too.
just go all Yoda on them. But it's all right.
It's okay. He gives us that scene where Bo-Katan slides and then Din Djarin slides and then he slides.
Yeah, you
that-
pointed this out.
And that was the best part of the whole show.
The other thing is they unlock stuff. It's like the show is like a
A game,
RPG
yeah.
game where you're like acquiring
An
then,
action game.
and then sure, an action game with RPG elements. But then they get rid of it. Like you said about the IG droid, but also the crest thing that the armor makes that he puts under his clothes, and then it doesn't. I know we're gonna come back and there's gonna be more seasons, but it really felt like it was building up to something now in this show, especially because they kind of made it seem, which we all know is not true, that the show was over. Like the show had a finale where like if it doesn't come back again, it makes sense. They wrapped up everything, or at least pretended to. And that's the part that I was kind of like, you set up a bunch of stuff that you haven't paid off yet. Clearly you're coming back, but you're closing. They gave him a retiree home, but they're also like, you're going to go on adventures.
That was actually pretty cool though. How they set it up.
The Looney Tunes bubble that closes.
Yeah.
You like that?
No, how he's gonna go like. He's actually gonna be a bounty hunter for the New Republic,
Yeah, that part's cool.
and there's just a bunch of stuff. Like, seeing Zeb,
Yeah. See,
Zeb in live
and
action was super.
That was
cool.
pretty cool.
I
Yeah.
thought he was going to be in the bar at the end again.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
I thought it was going to set up. That's the other thing.
Instead, we had Filoni in the bar.
Filoni's making this other show. Well, Filoni was in the bar the first time too.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, he's been in every season.
Oh, I missed that.
Really?
Oh, no.
Oh, in the bar,
In the bar, yeah.
the first bar. Yeah. What's his name? Wolf. I forgot what his character's name. It's Wolf something.
I don't know, it's just Wolf.
Wolfenstein.
Wolf Blitzer. I don't know. That's a real person. Actually, I
Dave
think.
Wolfloni.
Anyways, so I thought that they were gonna set up Ahsoka at some point, even in an epilogue or something. But they set up the Ahsoka show last season with the mentions of Thrawn. I mean, that whole episode was just to set up this conflict between Ahsoka and Thrawn, and we don't come back to it at all. And I really thought with it on the cusp, it felt like they seeded a show and then abandoned it this season. They didn't touch upon those threads. And maybe it didn't need to, and that's fine. But I really expected it to. I don't know. Again, it just didn't meet expectations, which is not fair to the show. But I'm not fair sometimes. To myself.
Yeah, I was just enjoying that show, man. Like, just
I was confused too between the spies and the finale when Moff Gideon is like, this is my army of the new Dark Troopers. I thought it was the dudes with the jetpacks. And I was like, these guys suck.
they all suck.
But we never fight the army of Dark Troopers because they're all in the vats, right? That's who the new Dark Troopers are.
Oh, because they're just all clones of him,
Clones of Moff Gideon, yeah. With force powers.
which I think is gonna be
You think Moff Gideon is going to be Snoke?
like a deformed
A lot of inbreeding.
Gideon clone.
Gideon on Gideon.
On Gideon.
Offspring.
Gideon on
Giggity,
Gideon.
giggity, goo.
All right.
You think we're actually going to get to the point where we start connecting
I hope so, man.
sequel movies? Really? You do hope so?
I mean, that's what he's known for, fixing
Just do
trilogies.
something, man.
Oh, you wanted to do to the sequels what he did with the prequels?
Yeah.
Where the Clone Wars became the prequel era
Save
identity,
I
basically.
hope
Yeah.
so, man. Because someone's got to make a
Someone's got to
sense
fix
out of that
those.
mess, bro.
And you know what? And that's fair too, because I wouldn't care about. I mean, young Obi-Wan was always cool, and like Ewan McGregor was amazing in it. But I wouldn't care about those depiction of young Obi-Wan, young Anakin, if it wasn't for the Clone Wars. Because if they were only connected to the prequels, I don't think I would care that much about.
Well, the
those
Clone Wars
characters.
definitely adds, depth to those characters. It gives you a lot more because they're just, they're badass in the show, and it's like you only get like two or three movies.
2 really with Anakin.
Yeah, so it's, yeah. I mean, like you said,
And he doesn't make the best first impression, by the way.
The Clone Wars makes Anakin like that character. It's like, okay, this is the guy. This is the poster child for the war. Like, he is that guy. He's the baddest man in the galaxy. Not like literally, but like he's just BA. He's overpowered. He's OP. Like, he is, the golden boy for the Republic.
Who do you think is more powerful, him or Luke?
Oh, Anakin.
I agree.
For sure.
Link?
I agree with that one.
All right. Anakin or Starkiller?
Anakin with all his limbs. We'll see if they bring back Starkiller. Anakin with all his limbs. I don't know. Probably take on anyone.
Too bad he doesn't have all his limbs.
You have to get nerfed.
He got circumcised.
I don't think that's what got cut off.
I didn't get cut off. I didn't get burnt.
Sure.
He's on his stomach for a lot of the time.
Good.
I was waiting to see how that sentence was going. He's on his stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. He doesn't have any kids after that. That's
exactly.
true.
No, like Matt Lanter, like in the Clone Wars, I think that character is so much, like, it's so much more fleshed out. It's so much cooler. Like, it makes Anakin
Now I understand.
like a top 3 character.
Yeah.
And
I understand the trajectory. I understand the character arc of his fall to the dark side.
And it's like
Even the seduction, it doesn't even make sense in episode 3 why Anakin falls for Palpatine, but all the little things. The theme of the war breaking his resolve and belief in the system and in the government, that is like, okay, I totally understand why this young man gave everything to go to war, saw all his friends die, and a conflict really lead nowhere, and gave up in believing in the system that he had sworn to protect. That makes sense.
with everything, like just being frustrated, being undermined at every turn. Like, you give everything for, the war, for the cause, and only to be just undermined and belittled every time that you show up to like a meeting.
You don't get invited into the Jedi Council.
Like everything that you've done, you've surpassed even a lot of the Jedi that you've been working side by side with, and you're not going to be granted the rank of master. So it's like,
forget you.
The politics.
The politics. But it's like the thing about the Clone Wars that does it, like, it has time to tell that story. It has time to drop the seeds to let them grow until the point where it's like, it ultimately climaxes in Revenge of the Sith, and it's like, oh, okay, I can kind of see it. I mean, the younglings thing is still a little out there, but
yeah. I think that's what he has saved on his holocron, right? His Sith holocron. He plays back him slaying the younglings. Going back to the thing about him being disillusioned in the war, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but there is an episode in Bad Batch this season that we had just recently seen, All Quiet on the Western Front, right? I recently read the book, and that theme of like disillusionment with an evil army that, there's an episode in Bad Batch that is basically just All Quiet on the Western Front with crosshairs. And you guys.
Crosshairs is the one that
turns, right?
Yeah, that he's on the Empire side. So you have got to see that episode. It is so good, and it is like the most mature I think that Bad Batch has gotten.
And even then too, the stuff with Ahsoka,
we get nudity.
The stuff with Ahsoka and how she leaves the Order.
I was gonna say adult themes, but then that also sounds the same.
And like,
is it bad that these words have become euphemisms for?
And like why she leaves the Order, and like the whole reason she leaves the Order, and like obviously like that's someone that Anakin cares for, like it's his Padawan, this is the person that he's been training, it's the person that he feels responsible for her to get blamed by the council, and like no one really takes her side, like even like except him, and to see that she decides to like leave I think that just all that just adds into to his decision, which I think is great. Which I think if you can do something like that for the sequels to make sense of it, I don't know how you're gonna do it. That's a tall task, but if anyone could do it, I think it's someone that's already done it. They already have that notch under their belt. So,
Plus, I like those characters. I like Kylo Ren, Finn.
I think they're great. I think Kylo's the best character in the sequel trilogy.
Yeah,
He is a McGregor.
And so
he is the McGregor.
He's the Ian McGregor of the,
Oh, I
of the
thought
trilogy.
he was the McGuffin of the
Yeah,
trilogy,
McGuffin
but yeah, that's fair. I would even say he's Kylo as a character. If it wasn't for the movies that he was in, would rank even higher. I think he's just a great Star Wars character overall.
I just love Adam Driver.
I think he was a good Maul, Vader, Kylo. I think he fits right in there.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then I think I don't know.
Speaking of Darth Maul,
Hi.
I got Darth Maul in Fortnite
You got
for May the 4th.
Oh, there's a bunch of people in Fortnite, huh?
Yeah, Padme and a bunch of the clone troopers. It's actually teaching me about the clone troopers. So now, even though I should know them better than I do, I realize now all the different squadrons, like the 501st and the 212. But then they have the Ahsoka troopers. I never really understood. They're the ones that are under her care, so they paint their helmets under it. They have the Crimson ones that they're like, they're from Coruscant, the Coruscant troopers. I didn't know where they were from, and they're like, I just saw Anakin die the other day. I don't know why someone sent me a clip, and then they march in with Palpatine when they go to pick him up. I think I'm like, oh, they're there.
Yeah, in Survivor, the loading screen is the Jedi Temple in Coruscant.
Yeah,
and it's like has the red Empire emblem along the sides, like streamers.
That's nice. I like that theme of the red. We recently, just last night, went to go see Return of the Jedi in the theater. What was that experience like?
I think it's awesome, like being able to watch a movie that came out 40 years ago.
Yeah, it's crazy. The 40-year anniversary.
And it's just something about it, like, the theater was pretty full, I'd imagine.
Yeah, and we're like a week in. It came out last Thursday.
I've been hearing from people that have gone.
You've just been traveling, so we couldn't get together to watch it. We waited till yesterday.
Yeah, and their theaters have been packed too, and the audiences are pretty good. But it's like there's something about it's like a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, and then just the Star Wars theme hits, and everyone's like clapping. Yeah, and everyone's like
us specifically, and then
there was other people.
Yeah, there were other people.
And it's just like that's something that's never gonna go away. That feeling when like whatever it is, which is bringing back to this thing where it's like I miss Star Wars movies. Like I miss going to the theaters to watch Star Wars.
That's true.
Because it's like
it was almost like new again.
Yeah, and it's like all the TV shows. That's great, but it's like every time like I would go to even the sequels. Like every time, like I remember the first time Force Awakens when the title sequence hit when the crawl starts. Bro, I was like in tears. I was like, bro, Star Wars is back. Like that's crazy. And the same thing for Last Jedi, and even Rise of Skywalker before I knew it was gonna be. It's just something about the theater experience and that just like blasting in the theater and everyone just like cheering and everyone just knows that you're just gonna go in for a ride, and it's like a movie that I've seen countless times, but I still get excited for like way down the line. So
in my classes, I reread the same books every year with the kids, and I'm always like learning, rediscovering, and reanalyzing. And I think I made a comment to you that watching Star Wars again, especially in a new format, is like reinterpreting the text.
Yeah,
because I'm like, but this means that. But you caught the line, which I'm sure you caught the line, and we maybe even have had the conversation. But when Luke talks to Leia, you pointed out while we were watching.
Oh yeah, Mark Hamill forgot the line. He had to forget the line.
Do you know that that's just your assumption?
That's just my assumption because it's like he's like I could turn him back to the. And it's like you don't really know what he's gonna say, and he's like
the good side.
To the good side.
And you can hear him hesitate. He completely hesitates, and I think they just went with that tape. But I'm gonna look it up. But I think you because what you just put turn him back to the light.
Yeah, that would make more sense, right?
So it's like
branding.
From the dark side, I can turn him to the good side, and I'm like, oh,
the director was like, just keep going. The film's expensive.
What's his name? Richard Marquand.
Yes.
Yeah, but hearing that, one of my I didn't realize because I don't think I've watched the movie as much as you guys. But
The blatant nudity.
yeah, besides that, I was shocked that, at least for me, I thought, wow, this dialogue is kind of not that good. I didn't enjoy the dialogue in the conversation in the movie. I thought it was kind of like, I don't know. I thought it was better.
I've probably just seen it so many
Yeah,
times.
we know the script by memory.
We're literally just saying
We're
it.
reciting line by line.
So to us, it's like, you know, it's just
second
like,
nature.
Yeah.
To me, it was like, bro, this is terrible. What is this?
Terrible though.
Yeah.
It's an 80s film. That's what it is.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah,
That's
that
what
might
it-
be. And that's why, like, I was thinking about it, like, wow, this is terrible. However, the sequels, I enjoy the dialogue in the sequels. It's not bad. It's compared to this is really good.
Well, I don't know.
Compared to that, like the sequels dialogue is really good. I do think maybe movie writers have gotten
Yeah,
better.
absolutely.
And I think that's what happens here. Like maybe Ryan Johnson is a better writer.
Also,
than,
trends change, right? Because people talk different in the 70s and
True.
80s.
Yeah.
So for them, they're like, wow, these movies really resonate how these characters speak. And then when you write a movie today, yes, they have the history of everything now to like kind of tighten up that narrative. So I do agree that like art today is obviously has more to inform it, but also they talk like us
I mean,
today.
it's more-
Yeah,
it's
but
more
I also do
relative.
think because in the prequels, one of my
Relevant.
main complaints is that the dialogue as well sucks.
Yeah,
And I'm like, is that a George Lucas thing?
it is a George Lucas thing.
That he doesn't know how to write.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, he's not a good writer. He's a good concept guy, I think. I'm sorry, George, if you're listening to this. I apologize. But yeah, as a script writer, I don't think so. Because the thing is, those movies are kids' movies too. You know what I mean? The problem with the prequels and why you guys are probably a little more open to the prequels than me is because I was too old for the prequels when they hit. But I wasn't too old for those movies. You saw Star Wars as a kid. You saw the prequels as a kid. And now you're seeing these being written for movies now. It works the other way too. The new Star Wars movies are written too modern for older audiences. If you grew up, you were a teenager when that original trilogy came out, and then you rejected the prequels because you were already in your, late 20s, 30s, right? And now you're 50, and these movies came out. You're like, why is Poe making jokes when he's talking to Hux? You're just like, this is sacrilege. Why are they saying laser swords? Why are they, And it's like, it's not in your voice, and that's it. You've outgrown it. You've outlasted it. I think that Star Wars movies, just like all movies, are a reflection of the time that they're made in. And I think, okay, you say you haven't seen it as much as us, which is true, but how many times do you think you've seen Return of the Jedi?
Me?
Yeah.
Like 5-6 times.
Okay, 5-6 times, right? You think if it wasn't so bad, you think you wouldn't have noticed? Number one, you're older now, so
Yeah.
you're more critical. And number two, everything was under a microscope last night watching the movie because it was in film instead of digital. And all of a sudden, the movie looked, sounded, and felt really, really old. I don't know if you got that.
No, yeah.
I got that. So all of a sudden, all the dressing kind of falls to the wayside, and you're like, yeah, this dialogue's not that great. This acting's not that great. This special effects is not that great. The fact that I've seen Jedi multiple times, and the fact that he walked up and I was like, this backdrop is clearly a painting. I've seen it several times in the past couple of years and haven't felt that because of the digital transfers that are
It's totally
online.
different when you see that on a big screen.
Oh no, but that I understood. That I could. It was dialogue. I was like, wow, this is so simple.
But it works that way too. I'm telling you, it works.
Yeah.
It reveals the flaws of the entire film. When it's like now I'm watching a 1970s movie and suddenly it sounds like a 1970s movie and looks like a 1970s movie.
But there's some other 1970 movies that are better. That the dialogue isn't as bad.
No, I agree. I'm not saying it's the best.
Not
written.
bad. I'm sorry. I meant simple. You get me?
Yeah, I'm
But
not.
I don't think Return of the Jedi is meant to be anything other than that. It's just tying up the loose ends and it's tying up the story, and that's about it.
And it's a kids movie
Yeah, it's
in
not
the
an
way
Os- it's
in the
not-
way that Empire is not. It's a
not-
kids movie.
It's not Oscar bait. Like
Yeah.
it's the story for the good guys to win. It's a
Yeah.
feel good story, and that's about
And
it.
for teddy bears to
Like, you
defeat
just
the
throw
evil
in
Empire.
The Ewoks, the what is it? The not the television. What are they? The
Care Bears.
Care Bears.
Yeah.
I mean, the Ewoks are the best part of the movie, am I?
And you were laughing your butt off in the screening last night.
Yeah.
You were like having a good time. Like,
Yeah, I loved it. I love that movie. I was just like, wow, this dialogue is very simple. I don't remember it being this simple.
it's like a bunch of expository dialogue. And
Yeah.
Just repeating the same
Honestly,
ideas.
it's just freaking Han. Han is just so funny. Man.
Han was the best part.
Harrison Ford is
Like,
so
you could
good.
You. I'm like, wow. He is a comedic relief. He is
The drama.
the drama. He is. Yeah. He is so good.
And that's what I'm talking about. That, like, listen, the acting hasn't changed from the 50 other times that I've seen this movie, but watching it on the big screen on a film transfer, I was like, Han is so much of a better actor than everybody else in the scenes with.
Yeah.
Like Mark Hamill, I was like, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should stick to voice acting.
No, he was young too.
No.
He was
That's
really
what I was
young.
thinking. Man.
Yeah, I think he's better. He's better.
No,
Mark
he's a better
Hamill's a
actor
better
now,
actor in the
actor now.
sequels
Yeah,
than he
exactly,
is in the
yeah.
original trilogy. Yeah, which is hilarious to think about and almost blasphemous to say, but
But I think it's just fun. It's funny that you say it's a kids movie, but Jabba's the palace. That's not a
It's the
kids
80s,
movie,
bro.
yeah,
I'm pretty sure I saw a Twi'lek nipple,
my wife
I was like-
confirmed that you were right.
bro.
So
I saw a Twi'lek nipple.
I have to rewatch it for research purposes, not because I'm
her suit was
that
see
came off
through.
wrong.
Was see through. Both of them, both
yeah.
the Twi'leks, the
I-
dancing one and the singing one.
I think it might not count because she's painted because she's a body
Yeah.
paint. So I think that's probably how. But also,
Also, if I lived in Star Wars, I'd marry a Twi'lek.
you
Just to get that out there.
Yeah, he's getting that out. Just making
you went in deep detail during the Book of Boba Fett episode.
Deep
about
detail.
this.
That's right.
But the Rancor and everything.
Yep. So I think that's what the body paint is, how they get away with it. But also, when you would have seen this movie back in '83,
You wouldn't have seen so much
you wouldn't have
detail.
seen it. You don't see all
Yeah.
the detail. Yeah, cleaning that up now, it reveals itself. Like, they didn't see it when they were shooting it on the camera and the little monitor. They
Yeah.
didn't see it when they put it from film to reel, and they didn't see it at home video for decades. And there it is now, I guess.
Jabba, you frisky dingo.
I will say though, I mean, Return is my favorite, but at the same time, Empire's like watching that movie last night made me realize, like, bro, Empire is like it literally is one of the greatest films of all time. Like,
I think the dialogue in Empire is better.
everything about Empire is better.
And is that one's not written by George, right? Or
No,
by
it is
Kasdan?
written. They're
It's
all
by
written.
Kasdan.
But it's Kasdan though.
Yeah, well, Kasdan. Oh, actually, yeah, both I guess George is all by himself, right, on A New Hope,
Uh-huh.
and then Kasdan
Kasdan.
does the last two.
Well, I mean,
But the story's by George.
but
Yeah.
but even then, I
Kasdan does
think-
the script, so if you're criticizing the script,
But even then, I think.
No, I said I felt it was better, but now I got to rewatch it
but Kasdan does
in
both.
this same format.
Yeah, we have to wait for the Empire 50th
50th
anniversary.
anniversary. Oh
Did we miss
boy.
it? We missed it. No.
No, we have to wait for the 50th now.
Oh, 50th.
Yeah, because it would have been like
That was last
7 more years.
Last year, right?
No, Empire would have been 3 years ago. They're all 3 years apart, right? 77,
Was it not during the
81.
pandemic, was it? Probably 2000.
Yeah, they didn't. I don't think they.
21.
yeah.
Probably they dropped it because theaters weren't open.
Yeah, they dropped it. Yeah, like it didn't happen. Yeah, yeah.
No, I saw Empire was on AMC.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I just didn't go watch it.
Oh,
No, they
so
did it last year. They did it last year.
They did. Oh, so
'cause
it,
Alec went. Alec went.
so
last
they
year.
didn't do it during the anniversary
Yeah.
because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
But like AMC's 100-year anniversary
Yeah,
that
they-
we've been celebrating for half a decade now, they did it last year. Well, that's a shame we didn't get to go watch it.
Yeah.
I like
Oh,
that the
so-
Emperor
so-
was perfectly calculated everything. It was a trap and everything. But the one minor detail that he glossed over.
Is that he actually gave him the real plans to really destroy the Death Star?
No, he glossed over Ewoks.
Yeah, he didn't.
He did not expect them to ruin his plans.
Well, I don't think they knew that the Ewoks were there because they hide every time the troopers.
True, but
It's not until
I just
Luke
thought
and
that
Leia
was
inspire
beautiful,
them.
and that's the true underdog story
Also,
right there.
I thought it was really funny how Luke throws a rock to kill the Rancor at the beginning. Doesn't use the
One
Force.
Cal Kestis would have just brought the entire palace down.
But in the throne room, when he gets to get his lightsaber, which is like a foot away from his hand, he uses the Force to get it.
Because the Force is really good for like grabbing things, but not for
Not,
throwing.
not
Yeah,
push.
Yeah.
Force pull.
Luke has Force pull, but not Force push. He hasn't mastered it yet.
So do you think if they ever are gonna do, something with Luke or even any of the original cast, what do you think they do? You think they should recast, or you think they should do their whatever they're doing? What is it?
Whatever it is called.
What's it
Yeah.
called? I was gonna say Face ID, but that's not.
That
it.
Face
I think it's
swap.
called Face Off.
No, what's it called?
Face Off.
I do think now
Nicolas
that
Cage.
Nicolas
Deepfake.
Cage.
Deepfake. That's what it's called.
Deepfake.
I think that's what they should do.
No, wait, Nicolas Cage. I want to hear this one.
Oh no, I would also love Nicolas Cage
As
Luke Skywalker.
He swaps faces with
Yeah.
Luke Skywalker.
Han.
Before I answer that, I commented to you last night at Return of the Jedi that Luke looks older than his deepfake
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Like his deepfake is like a very idealized version of
Mark
what
Hamill was definitely
Okay.
parting at the end of the 70s.
he starts moisturizing right after Return of the Jedi. I think they should recast. Although they've already deepfaked it twice. So now
I don't care. If you're
Okay.
going to have their own show,
They shouldn't though. I don't think they should explore Luke. He
For-
should stay as an ancillary.
you know they're
character.
going to, though.
No, I think they should. I want to know more.
I think
A whole show with Luke.
I mean, if you do something like Clone Wars with Luke in the seat, I think you can.
It'd be like the
I-
Jedi Order, establishing
I-
the Jedi
I
Order.
think they'll
Yeah.
do it, yeah.
Because man, that's just that's such a gap that we don't know about. You gotta do something about that.
So we
man.
get Sebastian Stan. He's not getting any younger.
I know. They got to get him. I would love for him to do it, but it's like I also feel like they're not going to, just they did it, even though they did it with Ahsoka, but like give into the fan cast. But I mean, Sebastian
That was a fan cast.
do
Ahsoka?
think-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
For years before.
Okay.
And
I think they could have gone someone better.
They didn't go with my fan cast for Boba Fett. I wanted Daniel Logan, the original Boba Fett.
does he still act?
No, he only goes to conventions dressed as Boba Fett.
Good for him. No, Sebastian Stan, I think would be great. But
I
I also
think
think I think there's a lot of talent out there. I think people can do it.
I feel like you can find a little boy in California to play Luke.
I feel like the guy who plays Luke under the deepfake actually looks like Luke. I wonder if
They can use him.
no, not that he could use him because I don't know how good of an actor he is. I
He's
don't.
more like a stuntman.
Yeah, but I feel like maybe they should have done something like a little more subtle than just plastering his
Yeah.
entire face
Give
over
him a
it.
beard.
Not yet.
Can't you fix that?
They
Give him
could
a
have. He
beard?
could have had a beard already. Why
Yeah.
wouldn't he have? That would have made
Has he,
things
not,
easier.
has he not gone through puberty yet?
They won't do it until he's way older.
No, but that's how you
Which
fix
is like
it.
in 10
That's
years.
how you can fix it.
The beard is the sign of depression for Luke.
But yeah, I guess we can move on to the
Announcement.
announcements because there was.
Oh,
quite
we have a
bit
big announcement.
Yeah,
What is it?
coming in
we
the
have-
Rancor.
we have partnered with Lucas Art, and we are coming on multiple Rancors to the nearest theater to you. Nearest you.
I don't even know what that announcement means.
It means
I don't know
that,
either.
It means that we're announcing our world tour. We ride Rancors to whatever city you want us to go to.
All right. Well, another new celebration happened this month or in
Star
April.
Wars
this
Celebration,
past
everybody's favorite convention.
month. Yeah.
We all went, right?
I didn't even know it was in London.
Yeah, I had no
Like
idea.
I thought it was like in California or something. I was like, oh, they're having fun, and then they're like, how you doing, London? And I'm like, oh,
How's it going,
that's
lads?
crazy.
They all sounded like they were part of the Empire. All those fans.
Just British.
Oh yeah, because British people are in the Empire. Well, Leia used to have a British
Accent,
Empire.
it's just
I mean,
Coruscant
British
accent.
Empire. A British Empire. Oh, that makes sense. I was trying to explain to this
5-year-old.
5-year-old girl like that the Britain had an empire and that Star Wars isn't the only empire, and I was like, because that's a term in real life, and that's what inspired the empire. Because some countries try to overtake other lands and like an empire, and after like this whole
She
explanation,
just said colonizers.
no, she just said, I'm 5 years old, right?
Yeah, she really did say that.
Said that. That's funny.
Yeah, she literally.
Smart 5-year-old. So some of the celebration announcements were Star Wars Vision Season 2. It's dropped today,
Dropped
May 4th.
today, so it's out when you're watching or listening to
Did you
this
guys like Visions?
episode. I liked Visions
I
1.
like some episodes of Vision.
I think I've only seen the anime episode. The samurai one, I'm sorry.
They're all anime episodes. It's an
The-
anime series.
The samurai one.
Yeah.
The first episode,
Yeah.
the
There
black
were,
and white.
I think I like 3 of them
That's a low
or
number.
4 of them.
How many are there?
There's 8, 12, 11.
I like 4 of them. I like that first, the samurai one.
I like the samurai one. I like the Jedi Padawan one. The Jedi and the Padawan. That
Yeah, that was one of the best ones.
yeah.
They're on the planet
Yeah.
and they fight the old Sith Lord.
Mm-hmm. That one, and then the one about the
one that
female
sets up a
Jedi.
series that I want to watch.
That one. That's the best.
That one's
one.
the best one.
That's the best one.
Yeah.
The female Jedi one.
Which one's the
with the
female
yellow
Jedi
lightsaber where she helps that town out.
Yes, that one's good too.
Thought that was great. And then I didn't really care about the Astro Boy one. I didn't care about the.
I
didn't really care about the twins.
The Astro Boy one is super cute and it's good. It's very well done.
Yeah.
It's not Star Wars to me, but you know what? Projects like this have to have those out of the box ones. So I think it's good. Like, did I love it?
Followed up by the twins.
The twins I did not like at all. The Rock Band one, I didn't like that one either.
The last one was depressing.
The last one was depressing.
I was like, why would you end it like that?
And
End it on the good one.
Yeah, they should have changed the order. And I don't remember what the theme was, but I think I remember not agreeing with whatever the theme of that short was.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah, it's like the opposite of what Star Wars has taught us like all these years.
So Visions is coming out, which I'm excited to see. I don't know if they did a follow up to the Ninth Jedi with the best one.
I don't think so because they're all from different countries.
Different? Okay.
Yeah.
So I gotta check that out.
The Ninth Jedi, that's what it was called.
They gave a bit more information of the Acolyte. They brought out the cast of the Acolyte, the TV show.
Just really quick, we have yet to see it. I'm probably gonna watch it all this week. By the time this episode airs, I likely would have seen it. But the one I'm excited about is the one from the Wallace and Gromit studio.
They have one?
Yeah.
That'd be good. Oh, I think they're on.
Oh, they have a chicken
there's
Jedi?
There's a Chicken Run movie coming out.
That's right.
I didn't know that.
What? There's a new movie? Like
Yeah,
movie?
Yeah, they're doing a Chicken Run movie.
Have you ever seen Shaun the Sheep?
Yeah. What? He's Shaun the Sheep.
I've never seen it.
Really?
Yeah.
I love Shaun the Sheep.
Because that movie has like a 100, and I bought it, but before I got to see it, and this is back then, how many years has it been? Like 5, 6, 7 years? More? 8, 10? Okay. I found out that it was a series, and then I was like, oh, I can't watch the movie without seeing the series, and then that was the end of it.
Oh, no, okay. It's 2015.
Okay, 2015. So, no, but that's like 8 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, when I found out that it was based on a series, then I didn't let myself see the movie, and then that became a whole, like, Tears of the Kingdom.
Is it not on Disney Plus?
I don't think it's a Disney property.
I watched it on Disney.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe then. So, anyways, that's the one I'm excited about. You mentioned The Acolyte.
Yeah, The Acolyte's supposed to. Read something about it being like a very samurai themed show.
Oh.
It's set about 100 years before Phantom Menace.
Oh.
It's about like an ex-Padawan of the Jedi and them like reconnecting. Apparently there's just a bunch of different Jedi on and like just like, you know.
I was excited. I was excited about these things that you're telling me, and some of which we heard coming out of Celebration. But I'm gonna just stop myself from getting excited because we have a writer's strike going on right now, and that show's not done being written. So we don't know when we'll get that. So just hold your horses on any excitement.
Wait, there's a writer's strike?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who wrote this show?
What show?
The one we're currently right now.
Oh,
I'm striking. Why am I here?
You don't.
I want better pay.
You don't write anything on the show. Everybody else plans this show, and then you just show up.
What do you mean? I plan.
Did you just get an accent?
You just make jokes.
Yeah,
I want better pay.
I want better pay.
What are you, Ewan McGregor? The accent, not the wanting better pay. He'll do Star Wars for anything. Sorry, Ewan, if you ever hear this. It's just a joke.
I do love you though.
George Lucas is a great writer.
So we got The Acolyte. So that's another Star Wars show. I think there's in the show Skeleton Crew.
I wrote the Mario episode.
I'm not too excited about it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can be excited.
Yeah, okay. Because I was gonna say like I like Jude Law. I
like Jude Law too.
The premise sounds cool.
The cast is just a
bunch of kids.
I guess Stranger Things turned out fine.
Yeah.
Oh.
It sounds different, and I'm open for different. Okay, so
I'm with it. That's what it was. I think
excited might not be the word, but
I think it was just like the font, the logo.
Oh,
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, but they're gonna change that 8 times before the show comes out.
I certainly hope so.
Look at Loki.
One of the bigger announcements was that Daisy Ridley's coming back for her own movie.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool. Is it a trilogy?
I don't know if it's
no. They just said one movie.
Yeah, let's just stick with one movie because they say trilogies all the time, and we're never gonna get any of them. Ryan Johnson.
Not only that, I don't want them to be, unless, again, don't put the cart before the horse. How about we write one movie and see how it goes?
Let's get one, see the movie, get the ball rolling from there. But honestly, I didn't think she would be back. I didn't think.
I thought she'd come back in the Disney Plus series.
After everything that happened, really?
Yeah, I thought like they're gonna throw a bunch of money to the sequel cast. They're gonna get them to come back for solo projects. They'll get the character growth, the star power that they deserve, or that they might think that they need now away from the ensemble, and also people won't be backlash because it'll be free in your home. So they'll be excited about it as a product versus another ticket at the theater.
Mm.
Kind of excited for this movie.
But I am excited for
I'm excited because it's like I never really like thought after Rise. I was just like, disheartened. I was just like, this is how it ended. This is it. It's over.
Yeah.
And it's like,
But it sets up things. I want to see what
but the
Rey's
thing about
story
the sequel
after.
trilogy, it'll set things up and never talk about it. You know.
Yeah.
So it's like I just didn't get my hopes up for that. So hearing that Daisy Ridley is back because I love her character. I love Daisy. I love, all the things that she's done in it. So I'm excited to have her back. I'm excited for it to be a movie, even though I think a show would have worked too.
I think a show would have worked too.
But
that would be good for Finn. I think a show.
I hope it's a rom-com.
Where he like leads.
They'll get him back.
They're gonna get him.
I hope it's a rom-com of her.
Time plus money heals all wounds. Yeah.
Maybe Oscar Isaac needs a new house.
Yep.
Miami's good.
If you can keep getting Harrison Ford to come back, you can get anybody.
Yeah, that's true. Aside from that, the other really big piece of news was
before that, I heard feedback from some fans that they were excited about a lot of these announcements, but not the Rey movie coming back.
I heard that too, and suck it.
I want to just push for these characters, Kylo, Rey, Finn. They're good characters at their core.
Like,
they were underwritten and misused in the sequels, but there's good places they can go.
I was like, why do you at that point you just want to hate something? Like, just get over it. Like, just wait to see if they can make something good.
Listen,
depending on your feelings about how it ended up, and I mean, you're talking to one of the people that hates that last movie.
Oh, you don't like Rise of Skywalker?
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't heard it.
Yeah, well,
maybe one day.
Bringing it to you.
One day we'll talk about it.
I am gonna rewatch it. I think I'm gonna rewatch the sequels. And I'm gonna be like, let me see. I think I'm gonna write down everything that I hate.
Okay, that's fair. And then that's gonna be the episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Fall of Skywalker.
Fall
of Sky. Write that down. That's the name of the episode.
Jumping in there.
No, sorry. No.
But even then, watching Return of the Jedi last night, I was watching the Throne film. I'm like, man, I want to watch The Last Jedi now. And them saying, I'm like, I want to watch that movie. Because that movie's fantastic.
Yeah.
I think that movie's so good.
9 out of 10.
I know how many people hate that movie, which blows my mind. To that, that's just such a point of contention. Even with me and my friends,
yeah,
I have so many friends that are that is the worst garbage that Star Wars has had to offer. It's the worst thing. They ruined the.
But it's okay because JJ ruined it for us, so they're vindicated now.
JJ literally. I was telling you, JJ, it was such a nice time where all the big three were united together. It's this is the last time that'll ever happen. Because it's as much people want to blame Rian Johnson, I mean, it is JJ that set that up, or not having them come back together. And that's just,
we're talking about Luke, Leia, and Han never
so
seeing each
sad.
other in the sequel trilogy.
I'm kind of bummed out now.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It's okay. Let the past die.
I guess.
Kill it if you must.
But yeah, I mean, if you want to hate it, then go on and hate it. I can't really change your mind about it. But I mean, why? Just enjoy it,
Yeah.
If it sucks, it sucks.
But in the meantime, she'll be dancing the gritty in Fortnite for me.
Be hitting the gritty.
Yeah. Continue.
And I think that one of the other major news announcements was the culmination of the Mandoverse.
That's the biggest one, I think.
In a film directed by Dave Filoni. Which interesting that they're making it a film and they're kind of wanting to tie all of it together, and I think that's gonna be a very interesting. I don't even know what it's gonna be about. Oh yeah, Thrawn's back.
Is he now? Oh, in the Ahsoka series.
Yeah.
That trailer looks amazing. I'm excited for that
The
series.
Ahsoka trailer dropped. That was freaking really cool.
Star Wars Rebels, the live action season.
Sabine looked great.
Hera looked great.
Hera looks great. I didn't really see.
You didn't see a
Ezra.
nip slip.
It's not every Twi'lek.
They see Ezra.
Ezra's not in the trailer.
You see a hologram of him.
He's a hologram.
Oh, okay. But I mean, Ezra's not in a hologram of Ezra. That's not Sting. That's a picture of Sting.
What was I gonna say?
I don't know. Just that's.
That's what I was saying. That
Mandoverse.
Lars Mikkelsen is back.
Yes, they got him.
Getting
which
him
is
in live action. They
beautiful.
announced him.
And that's both Mikkelsen brothers now in the Star Wars universe.
They've been in the Star Wars universe.
Well, I mean, live action. Now he's Speaking of which, maybe we'll see Gallic Urso again because they just I don't know if you
Galen. I think Galen.
Galen. I'm sorry, Gallic is Starkiller. Yeah. Galen Urso because I don't know if you heard the last 3 episodes of the final season of Andor will take place the days before Rogue One.
Yeah, I imagine he was going to be in the second season.
Yeah, so I think Bodhi's gonna be in it. I think.
Yeah, it's going to be
A true Rogue One prequel.
Andor's so good. But yeah, are there any other announcements?
One that I got really excited about. This is the last one that on my docket. James Mangold directing a biblical epic.
Yeah.
At the start of the first Jedi who discovers the Force.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm excited about.
That's going to be.
I hope he gets Hugh Grant. Oh, you mean Hugh Jackson?
Oh, what? That's
Hugh
still
Jackman?
not right.
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Grant, Hugh Jackson.
Hugh Jackman. I hope he gets Hugh Jackman to play.
Why?
It's Ryan Reynolds.
He's Wolverine.
Just Logan.
You know, James Mangold makes other movies, right?
Yeah, but
Like Indiana Jones.
Walk the Line.
he made Walk the Line.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I did not know that.
James Mangold is a great director.
Yeah.
Oh,
310 to Yuma.
I knew that one.
He did 310? I didn't even know that. That
Yeah.
movie's so good.
What else? James Mangold.
They got a real director.
Yeah, they got a real
I
director.
mean, they had a real director with Ryan Johnson, but they got
No. Ryan Johnson was an unproven director.
They got a real.
What did he have? An indie hit?
Yeah, just
Looper.
Looper.
Yeah, just Looper, right?
Break.
No, this is a real director.
They got a real director. What director do you want to see during the Star Wars universe?
Okay. We didn't talk about that. Oh no, we did this for Studio Ghibli. What director would I like to have a Star Wars movie?
Phil Lord and Chris Miller.
I would not. I agree to disagree. Return of the Jedi had a better script than
Okay.
the Phil Lord and Chris Miller movie that got canceled. I can feel it through the Force that's true. So that's your official vote? Phil Lord and Chris Miller?
No, it's just for the lows.
Oh, okay. Man, you really put me on the spot. Do you have an answer?
I had one. Now I'm tracking back. I'm trying to remember.
That's what you do. You give me Quentin Tarantino doing a Mace Windu movie. We're good.
Who's his partner?
What?
Like it has to be like a buddy movie.
Buddy.
He has to have a partner.
Oh, he has a partner.
It's John Travolta.
It's John Travolta, but he dies.
As
Also,
the, as
in
the
a
young,
new
as the
Jedi-
young emperor.
Yeah.
What?
No, not that. But
They were friends. They were super close. And who's a brilliant director? You know what? I got it. Kenneth Branagh. I want Kenneth Branagh to do a Star Wars movie. And I want it to be like a high society, like Shakespearean. Like
It's just much ado about nothing.
yeah. Give me the Star Wars version of like only the Asgard stuff in Thor 1.
yeah.
High Republic stuff.
High Republic. Yeah, okay, there you go. Kenneth Branagh's High Republic.
Which is getting a lot more, pertinent
Yeah.
hints from Jedi Survivor.
Maybe you can get
Wink,
Scorsese
wink.
to do a mafia movie with the Hutts.
I would pay for that.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Like a Crimson Dawn.
Crimson
Yeah.
Dawn. Also, by the way, Darth Maul started Crimson Dawn and the Shadow Collective.
What a trend starter.
The Shadow Collective from Mando
Yeah.
season 3 is the same group. It's not the same members now, but it's the same group at the end of Clone Wars.
Yeah. He's just an entrepreneur.
Yeah, man, for real. Hey, everything evil came from Darth Maul, apparently, according to Filoni.
I understand how it ended in Rebels. But
I mean, when you look at the guy, what do you expect? You expect him to be good?
You know what? I really liked in Fallen Order that we got a good Night Sister because I'm still waiting for a devil-looking guy from Dathomir to be like a hero.
What was Darth Maul's brother?
Savage, Opress,
Savage Opress.
which they have different last names. Well, I guess Maul doesn't have a last name.
Maul Opress.
Maul Opress, I guess.
No,
Or
his
Maul
last name is
Savage.
just Maul.
Savage Maul.
First name Darth.
Darth. He says he's no longer known. He doesn't like it when you call him Darth.
Well,
Well, he doesn't like anything anymore.
Your pick was Quentin
Yeah, for
or Scorsese?
Just ideas.
No, the Scorsese Crime Boss movie I
I'm
would
just
watch.
dropping ideas.
It's like a rated R though, right? It has to be rated R.
Of course.
Will we see an R Star Wars movie ever? Nah.
One day.
I felt like Return of the Jedi.
One day.
That
Has
Jabba the
video-
Hutt
explicit-
scene.
Well, you know
explicit.
what? You know what? Some of the things that used to get away with in a PG movie would make it an R movie today because there was no PG-13. So just go back and watch like
Give me
Beetlejuice.
Greta Gerwig, coming of age,
That'd be
Jedi. Teen,
pretty good.
yeah.
That would be
Jedi.
amazing.
Little Jedi.
Like Young Jedi Adventures, which also dropped on May the 4th.
What is
Today.
that?
It's like a preschool Jedi Adventures show on Disney Plus. It looks cute. I don't know if I'll ever see it.
The guy that made Top Gun, Chad Stileski, whatever his name is, or no, Chris, whatever. I forget his name.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah. I want him to make a
Pilot movie.
Star Wars like X-Wing Rebel Squadron movie.
Oh, the Mission Impossible director. Who's the guy who does the last couple
Is it
ones?
the same guy?
Oh, is that guy? No,
No,
it's not
it's
that
not
guy.
the same
It's not
guy.
the same guy.
Let's see.
Tom Cruise.
Joseph Kosinski did Top Gun Maverick. And then, dude,
A lot of cough buttons today. This is
what was it? Rogue Nation? Christopher McQuarrie?
okay. That's it. Chris McCoy. Oh,
Yeah.
that's the guy who
That'd
did.
be sick. That would be a sick movie.
He's the one who did the Jack Reacher, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. McCory, action, rebel style.
You think
Yeah,
he's
man.
related to Ralph?
I don't think so. We can make it happen though.
Give me a stop motion Ewok movie directed by Wes Anderson.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. A Ridley Scott Star Wars movie. Old
Oh,
Republic.
I thought you were gonna say Tony Scott. I was gonna be like, no, you can't do that. That can't happen. Sorry, rest in peace.
No, the Top Gun Maverick. Cool.
Ridley Scott would be.
I don't know, man. I
amazing.
feel like with ChatGPT, you can make a Tony Scott movie now.
I don't think you know how Chat GPT works.
Write a Star Wars script with as if Tony Scott did it. Can't you do that?
You can do anything.
Yeah, you can do anything.
But then
Exactly.
but then it won't direct the movie though.
No, he'll direct it.
It's not
You just
Tony
follow-
Scott's not
you
the
just
writer. He's
follow
the
an AI.
director.
You
Tony
know.
Tony Scott passed
you know what'd
away.
be crazy?
Like
I know. That's why I said.
so, how could he direct it?
You know, what'd be
That's why I
crazy?
said ChatGPT.
They can't direct it. They
Hey.
can only write it.
They can make stuff. They can make music. They can direct stuff.
Oh, so you're talking about AI, not
Yeah.
Chat
It's
GPT.
like ChatGPT starting it off and writing it, and then AI.
Okay.
Peter Jackson to give me a 4-hour long Star Wars trilogy.
A 4-hour long.
Each one being 4 hours.
Also, you just said no trilogies, and now you're giving Peter Jackson one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Peter Jackson does, no, I'll give Peter Jackson all the trilogies.
All right, that's fair. I don't. No, actually, that would be amazing.
Could you
It would have
imagine?
to be in the past.
Oh yeah, an epic.
Yeah.
Let's follow up James Mangold.
Just Mangold. Yeah. Hey, the future looks bright. As long as we look to the past.
See, you hear this, Lucasfilm? You guys are these people are on a writer strike, but we're not striking. Hire us
You just said you were going on strike.
for this show.
Oh, but you'll write their Star Wars movie.
Yeah, for sure.
That sounds fair.
Whatever they pay is more than this show.
I don't even know what a Nolan Star Wars movie would look like.
It wouldn't make sense.
Probably.
You wouldn't be able to hear it. You wouldn't.
Nolan movies make sense, Link. You just don't understand them.
Can't hear them. Couldn't
You
hear
don't need to. Oh man, only plebs need to hear what the characters are saying to understand the film.
Yeah.
Thank you for agreeing.
Yeah, that Tenet one was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was. I was like, he was arguing about it the other day, and I was gonna fight him, and then he brought up the audio, and I was like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So I could. Yeah.
Yeah, no, like trying to watch it in theaters. No subtitles.
And hopefully one day we'll be back in theaters to watch a Star Wars movie. But until then, tonight we have kind of a Star Wars movie. The ending of the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy.
Star Lord movie.
Yeah, Star-Lord. There we go. Which we're going to probably talk about in the days to come. So in the meantime, let's wrap this up so we have time to digest. And before all of us
we were
lose,
sneaking in the food into the movie theaters.
I meant digest the film.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
yeah. So we get there and like, and
Oh.
also we're all about to lose our voices here.
What
Apparently.
are we eating?
I was thinking Chipotle.
You getting Chipotle?
I would love Chipotle, but we got to find a bag that can fit all the Chipotle.
I got
I
you.
want to eat the food in the movie theater.
I got you, man.
That'll work. We can do
That's why I said, let's go get burgers. I can put that in my pocket. We're good.
that. Alrighty. Well, till next time, keep on searching.
May the force be with you.